The courtroom sat in stunned silence. Cassie Ventura, a vision of fragile beauty, spoke with a voice laden with regret. $20 million. That's the price she'd pay to erase the years she spent entangled with Sean Diddy Combs. The freak-offs, as she called them, left scars far deeper than any dollar amount could ever heal. Ventura, known for her sultry voice and captivating stage presence, was now a picture of vulnerability, her words painting a harrowing portrait of a love gone terribly wrong. She didn't hate Diddy, not anymore. Theirs was a love story written in the bold ink of passion and ambition. Years intertwined, memories both beautiful and brutal, made it impossible to simply switch off the feelings. But love, even in its most twisted form, couldn't erase the pain. The echoes of screaming matches, the sting of betrayal, the constant fear that lingered long after the physical bruises faded. These were the ghosts that haunted her. The world watched as Ventura, a woman who once seemed invincible, crumbled under the weight of her truth. Her testimony was a stark reminder that behind the glittering facade of fame and fortune, darkness can fester. And sometimes the greatest prison is the one built with golden bars, where love and abuse become tragically intertwined. The question on everyone's mind: how did a fairy tale romance devolve into a real-life nightmare? Love and hate, emotions often perceived as polar opposites, coexisted in a dangerous dance within Cassie Ventura's heart. She loved the man who swept her off her feet, the music mogul who promised her the world. But she also hated the monster he could become, the jealous lover, the controlling partner, the abuser who left her feeling trapped and terrified. Ventura's testimony painted a picture of a relationship marred by Diddy's volatile temper and need for control. His alleged physical abuse went beyond mere arguments. It was a calculated attempt to dominate and instill fear. One incident, etched in Ventura's memory, occurred in 2016 at a Los Angeles hotel. Surveillance footage corroborated her account. Diddy, in a fit of rage, allegedly dragged her across the floor and kicked her repeatedly. This wasn't just a lover's quarrel, it was a terrifying display of brutality that left Ventura physically and emotionally scarred. The incident at the hotel was merely the tip of the iceberg, a chilling glimpse into the nightmare she endured behind closed doors. The world gasped, shocked by the allegations against a man who built an empire on charisma and charm. The details that emerged during the trial were like scenes ripped from a dark and twisted Hollywood thriller. Agent Yasin Binder's testimony sent shockwaves through the courtroom. Binder, a seasoned investigator, described the contents of Diddy's hotel room on September 16, 2024, a date that would forever be seared into this sordid saga. Baby oil, Astroglide, mood lighting, seemingly innocuous items that took on a sinister connotation in light of the allegations. But it was the presence of ketamine, MDMA, and what appeared to be pink cocaine that hinted at a darker undercurrent. These weren't just party favors, they were tools of manipulation, substances that could be used to control and exploit. Ventura's testimony added a chilling layer to the narrative. She spoke of Jonathan Oddy, a former adult film star who claimed to be Diddy's sex slave. Ventura's revelation of a sexual relationship involving herself, Diddy, and Oddy sent shockwaves through the courtroom. It was a sordid tale of manipulation and exploitation, a web of power dynamics and alleged abuse that left the jury and the public reeling. The trial had become a public dissection of a toxic relationship, but it also raised uncomfortable questions about power, consent, and the dark side of fame. The courtroom became a battleground of emotions as Cassie Ventura bravely recounted the harrowing details of her relationship with Diddy. The love she once felt was now a distant memory, overshadowed by the trauma she endured. The walls seemed to close in as she described the constant fear and anxiety that plagued her. Diddy's alleged controlling behavior extended beyond physical abuse. It was a calculated attempt to isolate her from her support system. He would confiscate her phone, monitor her every move, and fly into jealous rages at the mere mention of other men. Ventura admitted to her own infidelity during their relationship, a desperate attempt to reclaim some semblance of control in a situation where she felt powerless. However, Diddy's jealousy knew no bounds. His alleged paranoia over an NFL player and even singer Chris Brown painted a picture of a man consumed by possessiveness. Ventura's voice trembled as she described the emotional toll the alleged abuse took on her life and career. She felt worthless, broken by the constant manipulation and degradation. The once vibrant performer cancelled her tour, Unable to cope with the overwhelming pressure and scrutiny, the trial was far from over, but one thing was clear. Cassie Ventura's explosive testimony had shattered the illusion of a fairy tale romance, exposing the dark underbelly of power, control, and the devastating consequences of unchecked abuse.